Hey you guys, welcome back to Vera's View. I know I'm a bit late here this week with my wins and fails, but I want to do it for you guys anyway. So let's start off with Raw and my fails as per usual. My first fail is Sheamus and Cesaro versus Rhino and Heath Slater, because I don't know what this match really did for anybody involved. I just didn't like it, so let's throw it over on the fails list. My next fail is TJP. Come on you guys. Oh, I don't like this kid too much. TJ Perkins, go away. My next fail isn't so much as a fail, but I didn't want to put it on the wins list because it wasn't a win either. I'm very confused as to what's going on between Corey Graves and Kurt Angle, and I would like to know. I hope it's not something stupid that does ultimately end up over here on my fails list. And my last fail for Raw has to be Kalisto. Here we go again, you guys. Who loves Kalisto so much? He now has a pinfall victory over Titus O'Neil. What does this mean for the Titus brand? I guess we're going to have to find out going forward. Moving over to my wins list, they start off with the Samoa Joe segment with Paul Heyman. I love how he backs Paul into the corner, forces him to meet his gaze, and then says, "Tell Brock Lesnar this is for him," and chokes Paul out with the Coquina clutch. It was crazy good. I loved it. Gold dust. These vignettes are fantastic, you guys. All that glitters is gold, my friends. I'm really enjoying this rebirth of the golden age. Big Cass getting attacked is my next win. Now, I know it doesn't sound like much of a win, but stick with me here. I love this angle solely because I don't know where it's going. Who is attacking Enzo and Cass? Is it the Revival? Is it the obvious choice of them? Or is it Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson? Is it Enzo or Cass, trying to take suspicion off themselves by having themselves attacked to turn on their tag partner? Could it possibly be the Big Show? He wanted to get into this match on Raw this week. Or could it have something to do with this whole Kurt Angle and Corey Graves text message thing? Because their text seemed oddly timed around these attacks. Maybe it's just a coincidence. I also, once again, hope it's not something dumb that puts them over on my fails list when this finally is revealed. My next win is The Miz, which is a little shocking. We know I don't have much time for him, but he's so paranoid this week that he attacks a guy in a bear costume. He destroys a grandfather clock that Maurice has purchased for him. She's pissed. She storms out, and Dean Ambrose ultimately gets one up on him anyway because he disguises the cameraman and still manages to attack The Miz. I also really enjoyed the Big Show this week and having him back on TV. I love that he did Big Cass's mic spot. He was really into it. It was fun to see him out there with Enzo. And my last win is Samoa Joe. Once again, he chokes out Seth Rollins and gets another victory on Raw. I mean, he is choking out bitches left, right, and center lately, and I am loving it. Moving on over to SmackDown, though, I only have one fail, and it is Lana trying to get into the Money in the Bank ladder match for the women's division. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all about opportunities for all of the women, but I just don't think she's earned this yet. Now, the crowd was really behind her, so good for her. Somehow, she came out of SmackDown with a championship match against Naomi at Money in the Bank. So here's hoping. She's been working really hard in the ring and has drastically improved. My wins for SmackDown start off with Charlotte Flair, of course, one of my favorites. She tells Shane, "Thank you for giving the other women in the division the opportunity to rub up against greatness at Money in the Bank." Natalya, she doesn't really like that. She starts calling out Charlotte for all the wooing, copying her daddy, and then Becky calls out Natty for copying her Uncle Brett, saying, "Oh, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be." So I'm really enjoying the women's division, and they're all really, turning on each other for this match. Maybe Becky and Charlotte will end up turning on each other too, because they seem really buddy-buddy as of late. But you know what? It's every woman for herself in this match. The Fashion Files obviously is a big win for me again this week. It's probably my favorite one since the first one. I really enjoyed the photos that were on the wall here. We had Here's Looking at You, Kid Min, and a picture of Billy Kidman, which I thought was really funny. Noah Ing at the Usos. Repeat offender under Michael Hayes' picture. Then there's a picture of Enzo Amore that says "out of our jurisdiction." I thought that was really funny. The Colognes. So the Colognes, I thought, attacked their locker room or whatever, and Fandango says something along the lines of, "Took the cologne to the boys in the lab, but there's no boys and no lab," which that was really funny. The New Day then shows up. Fandango has another great line when he says "Big E, if that is your real initial." And they end the segment with a chant of "New Case Rocks." New Case Rocks, which I really enjoyed. I hope we can see these two teams tangle with each other going forward because I'm really enjoying both of them on SmackDown. My next win is after the New Day does get a victory over the Colognes. Out come the Usos to ruin the celebration, of course, and they have a really great line, once again targeting Big E, when they say, "Big E, is that your initial or your bra size?" Oh, ouch. Then my last win for SmackDown has to be Shinsuke Nakamura getting another pinfall victory over Kevin Owens. He is dominating the United States Champion. And can I just say, you guys, that SmackDown to me is really the superior show. They have a much better women's division. They have a much better tag team division. I'm really enjoying their United States Championship chase over the Intercontinental Championship. The only thing I think that Raw is doing better than SmackDown right now is like the main title picture, the Universal Championship versus the WWE Championship. I, am partial to that crowd over there that's chasing that belt. But that's all for this week, you guys. Please check back soon. I'm Vera, and this has been Vera's View for the WWFu InterNetwork.